A very good morning to one and all. It is an honor to address the distinguished dais, uh, my friends, my esteemed friends and co-conspirators of innovation from chemical industry. Uh, Chemistry, ladies and gentlemen, has always been about balance, balancing equations, balancing forces, and now balancing the progress with preservation. After all, what a groundbreaking innovation, what good is a groundbreaking innovation if it leaves the broken ground and uninhabitable. So we all know the famous 3 Rs, that is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Those Rs are as sacred to sustainability as maybe a periodic table to an industry chemist. But let us admit the trio is due for an upgrade. Today I would like to propose another 2 Rs to it, that is recover and responsibility. So recover is to ensure that nothing goes to waste, because one person's waste can be other chemist's opportunity. Responsibility is to remind that being sustainable is not just a good PR, but it is the survival strategy. So today we are at a crossroads, and I will focus on 4 basic pillars that will define our journey forward. So first is embracing sustainability. Sustainability is no longer an optional, but it's imperative. Global petrochemical industry contributes to about 20% of greenhouse gas emissions, so making it essential for us to balance progress with preservation. At the same time, the circular economy initiatives are gaining momentum. By 2030, it is projected that 40% of the plastics will come either from the recycled sources or from bio-based sources. Companies across the globe, and a little lesser in India, but we have a scope of improvement here, are investing in closed loop systems to recover and reuse materials, which is reducing the dependence on virgin resources. Another area is transition to the green energy. It is a game changer, like for example in developed economies, 70% of petrochemical plants in Europe are incorporating renewable energy, which is actually helping them to reduce the carbon footprints and the operational cost also. The development of bio-based chemicals such as bioethanol, biopolyethylene, and other plant-derived products are expected to grow at a 10.5% growth rate, CAGR, and expected to reach about $25 billion by 2028 globally. These efforts are not merely environmental, but economically prudent. Second aspect to this is technological and digital advancements. As we step into the era of Industry 4.0, our chemical sector, must embrace the advancement and align with the global standard. As per the survey and the data from the various industries, the digitalization of supply chain and operations has proven to reduce the cost up to 15% and increasing the efficiencies by 20%. Predictive analysis and AI-driven monitoring system are helping plants preempt failures, minimize losses, and optimize outputs. For example, an integrated IoT solution can save up to about 60 to 65 lakh rupees in operational efficiencies alone for a mid-size plant. R&D in green chemistry with innovations such as catalytic processes, carbon capture, and energy efficient material is paving the way for cleaner production methods. Global investment in such technologies has already surpassed about $40 billion annually. Technology is considered to be no longer an option, but it is the enabler to smarter and greener chemical industry that can meet the growing global and demand responsibly. Third thing which I want to talk about is enhancing competitiveness in petrochemicals, and that too in a sustainable way. As Mr. Kaul mentioned, that Indian chemical market is valued at about $70 billion, and with a CAGR of handsome 9 to 10%. We are expected to surpass $1 trillion by 2050. As an Indian chemical sector, let us have an early mover advantage in bringing the innovation in whatever businesses we are in. For example, I'll give the example of my company. We are focusing on phthalate-free products, plasticizers in particular, as we believe that good chemistry should not leave any toxic side effects. Our bio-based plasticizers crafted from soybean and sunflower oils, and we are working to adopt more and more plant-based oils to develop plasticizers and matching the properties with the traditional plasticizers also. And we are successfully running our zero discharge plant also. Fourth and the most important pillar is the policy initiative. And the good news is that we are not alone in this journey. Our industry and government have joined forces to champion initiatives. The initiatives like the petroleum, chemical and petrochemical investment regions, that is PCPR model, has implemented across the regions in India. It offers integrated infrastructure hubs for large-scale production, boosting efficiencies and reducing the cost. Initiatives such as Green Hydrogen Mission and investment in carbon capture technologies have paved the way for the sustainable growth. Green hydrogen, friends, is alone expected to meet about 12% of the global energy demands by 2050. It is expected that it can reach this number even before that. And government is very well promoting the circular economy principle, where waste is not viewed as a liability, but as an opportunity to innovate and recover value. Setting or talking about the benchmarks, countries like Germany are leading this effort. Over 65% of their industrial waste are being recycled or being reused. Strong policies ensure that industry growth align with the national and global sustainability goals. By fostering collaboration between industry leaders, policymakers, and other stakeholders, we can create an environment that fuels innovation, reduces emissions, and drives prosperity. I will end my time with a closing thought. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not be the generation that leaves behind the mess for others to clean up. As innovators, as leaders, as policymakers, it is time that we turn chemistry into force for good. To quote the wise Albert Einstein, those who have privilege to know have the duty to act. So let us act. Not tomorrow, not next quarter, not next financial year, but today. Let us be the generation that rewrote the narrative where chemistry solved the problems without creating new ones. After all, Earth is not a disposable beaker and we have only got one. Thank you.